I admire Dan very much, and I'm really thrilled that he is involved in this project because I don't know many other people who would have the vision and the enthusiasm, because this is a huge project. And I think he's really the guy to lead everyone forward.
You know, Dan has a vision, and it's awesome, and he's driving for that, and I think it's amazing, and when we are able to actually get it all put together, it's going to be great.
The work that Dan has done to this date has been very good. It's been a very big challenge having to work with, a property that, basically stopped being maintained back in the 60s, probably, maybe before that.
Well, I'm impressed. He just showed me one of the renovated rooms. It looks terrific. I've been very impressed with his being a businessman, knowing where he wanted to go, communicating with his team, getting back to me professionally. So I'm excited to have another man that has that skill set to come up here and be a blessing for Lake County.
Dan Nelson, I have to say, has an amazing vision, because when I first came to Hoburgs, I saw a lot of dilapidated buildings, a lot of just stuff growing, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, who would take on this thing? And Dan has what it takes to take it on, and he has done an amazing transformation already, and this is just the beginning.
I think it's terrific that Dan's done so much work here. One of the primary things that I enjoy watching is the restoration of the cabanas. The little cabins are beautiful and historic, and I think that preserving that history here is really important.
I commend Dan on his ability to stick with a project that has been cumbersome, to say the least. His ability to stay focused in light of some difficult history with the resort, I think will be instrumental in the success of us going forward. When there's change, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be disapproving of that change. And it's how you handle it from day to day. And the stress and a lot of the aggravations that come with a project this size isn't going to go away unless you just tackle it. And to Dan's merit, he doesn't have any problem about grappling it around the ankles and wrestling it to the ground.
Hi, my name is Dan Nelson. I am the Executive Vice President at Hoburgs Resort and Spa, also the producer of the Cobb Mountain Concert Series.
43 years later, Hoburgs Resort and Spa is open and doing shows, guys. This is great. So great to be here. Thank you guys for being here today. Please help me welcome to the stage, Elvin Bishop.
I'm just as proud as I can be. It's the greatest thing happening in Lake County currently.
Can't be more excited that Hoburgs is opened. It's just wonderful.
For Dan Nelson and all the people that are putting it on, they got in it with both feet, and it's a hit. It just could be bigger next year, or the next concert even. I mean, look around. You got the mountain in the backdrop, the pine trees everywhere. It's just nothing better.
Really appreciate what they're trying to do in the county, and it's good. I know the Hoburgs family, and this is a great legacy that needs to be carried on.
I had a wonderful time. It was great. The music's fantastic. Do it again.
Had an awesome time. It was really, really great. I'm really grateful that they're putting on concerts and events here. It's beautiful, bringing it back to the community, and totally support it.
Hoburgs was the most wonderful place I've been here in a long time. I'm coming again.
Well, I'm the guy that's known Dan for 30 years. He's sort of an amazing guy because he's been successful in so many different industries. The work he's done, he's the one that's really championed this resort and really had the vision to bring it back to the grandeur that it had, of course, modernizing it. And he's the type of guy that, he's a friend besides being a business associate, and he's always the type of person that sort of, take care of, the people that work for him and things before he takes care of himself.
I think he's put a lot of effort into it. He surprises me all the time. I mean, that guy just keeps going and going and going. He's got a rechargeable battery that's unexplainable. You know, he just works at it and he don't let up.
I've been involved with Hoburgs primarily on a semi-full-time basis since April of 2014. I spend an average of 40 to 60 hours a week in preparing and for all the activities and events we're doing, as well as a very large renovation plan that we have scheduled for 2015. As you can see, we got hundreds of blueprints and designs and layouts for the future look of Hoburgs. Eventually, this room right here will be our future wine tasting room. The old wine tasting room was going to be a small museum with some history, memorabilia and pieces, and this will be the new and upgraded wine tasting facility and wine bar. And across the street over here, as you can probably see, was a 12-unit complex that was somewhat renovated by the previous owner. This is something that we're going to be renovating across the street. Welcome to the main lodge here at Hoburgs Resort and Spa. The main lodge will be a focal point for a lot of the activities and events we do here, and we're going to keep its historical look to make it old Hoburgs. Eventually, moving into phase 2, we're going to be building and designing the entire ballroom space, which is right across from us over here. There'll be a very large courtyard here with a jacuzzi and a fountain in the courtyard down below. Welcome to the George Hoburg Dining Room, where thousands of patrons we used to come here back for almost 50 years when this place was open, and memories were made. As you can see, this place is huge for a dining room. They used to say 225 to 275 people would dine here on a regular basis when the resort was open. Welcome to the kitchen at Hoburgs. This place has a big history. When we came into this place about a year ago, some of the old kitchen appliances were still here. Some of the things looked like they were just used, but we know it's been a very long time. And this will be a worldwide kitchen when we're done with it. I'm standing in the deep end of the Olympic-sized pool right here at Hoburgs. What used to be the Olympic-sized pool. It obviously needs a little bit of work, but we're going to be getting this back up to speed, and people will be swimming here and doing laps and enjoying themselves in a very short period of time.
Well, you know, Hoburgs and Dan are very Lake County centric, so from day one, the plan was really to sort of find out what's important to the locals and to give back in terms of the Cobb Mountain School. Today we've had a meeting with Friends of Bog Mountain and things that are important because, we've got to be good citizens in the community, and Dan's had that as a central aspect of what we're doing, from day one.
So I talked to a lot of the charities last year. They were all very appreciative of Dan Nelson's support and his generosity.
When you're not selfish about your perspective to things, it is rewarding across the board. And Dan is very unselfish when it comes to identifying areas around the community that could use the help. We may not be able to do as much as we'd like right now, but he's laying the groundwork going forward to make sure that we can do everything that we possibly can to support local charities and local organizations.
This is the kind of community that respects people that participate, whether they do it personally, physically, or even in donations. And I think it's real smart, and it shows the kind of heart that he has to do the right thing and to bless the community.
Dan's given out a lot of money for charities that I've personally watched. Not only just money, but he's given out like free rooms, and he's given out t-shirts and stuff like that. So he's given out to charity from small little things to large events. He makes it known. He during the concerts, he'll be up on stage and he'll let the people know how he's helping the community and stuff. And the community, you see the reaction of the community in return, so it's pretty cool.
I think that it's great that he's getting involved in the community because, personally, he's going to be donating money to my mock trial team, the Middletown mock trial team, which is killer. And we need more people that are that generous in our community.
I think that Dan has done a great job with his charities and giving back to the community. Any charity that he can exhibit to this badly needed area would be greatly appreciated.
I think it's great. He was very generous with us, and I think it's exceedingly important to support the local charities here, and he's done a great job of that, so it's a good thing.
I think it's very generous, and I really appreciate, and I know the community appreciates, his giving attitude and wanting to build our community up into something really special.
I think it's amazing. It all starts with giving back. You can't expect to be given something unless you give back, and it doesn't surprise me at all. Dan's always been this way. He's always helped communities out.
The reopening of this resort will bring well over 200 jobs just to the daily operations of the resort, and as many as 150 to 200 people for concerts and events. From an economic perspective, in the real estate market locally, we've been told by many that they would see increases in the real estate values, not just in Cobb Mountain, but throughout the area by the success of Hoburgs. So from all these different areas, the county, I think, is going to see a tremendous benefit from Hoburgs coming back to life.
I believe that Hoburgs will really be a big boon to this community. It's needed something to pick it up and make it come to life and make people want to come here. And if this Hoburgs can be restored, that would bring a lot of people here.
I think the biggest thing that Hoburgs will bring to this community are jobs. And in this area, we have a very high unemployment rate, and I think that jobs are vital. And the other part is just bringing the entertainment, making this a destination for people to come to is very important.
I think Dan's done a good job so far with Hoburgs. We need to keep the ball rolling and continue on with the good work that we had in Phase 1 and get this place opened up.
Hoburgs rocks!
I think Hoburgs is a diamond in the rough, and I think Dan is doing a good job of shining it up a little bit.